Hi guys. So today's video is going to be a little different. I think it's important to talk about because it was an experience that I went through about 2 nights ago, and I've been kind of wrestling back and forth with if I wanted to talk about it on my channel. It is kind of beauty related. This is a beauty channel. We go over products, we go over tutorials and dupes videos and things like that, but this is something that I think is really important to talk about. I was very distraught when it happened, and I've kind of obviously calmed down, thought about it, kind of talked it out with my boyfriend who was involved, and I think it's a good idea to talk about. So this is going to be kind of a different video. It's going to be talking about bullying, it's going to be talking about fat shaming, as much as I hate that word, and it's gonna be kind of my experience. So I don't know yet if I'm going to be disabling the comments just because I don't want trolls on there talking or, you know, saying mean comments or, you know, saying anything. So I don't know yet. We'll obviously have my other forms of social media available for you. I just haven't decided if I'm going to disable comments. So a little background. My boyfriend and I, go to a bar and grill that is a locally owned place in town, and we go there quite a bit. I do know a lot of the bartenders. I know the owner. My boyfriend does as well. I do some of the girls' hair. Like, we know them pretty well. So we go in there quite often to get food and kind of watch football games and UFC fights and things like that. So the bar is kind of a rounded circle like this. The door is over here. In and out area is on this side for the bartenders. We were sitting right here the night that this happened, and the woman that we were having issues with was over here. So if that gives you any kind of inclination to kind of the format of how this happened. So let's start from the beginning. I got off work at 7:30 at night on Tuesday night, and I called my boyfriend and asked him where he was, if he needed dinner, if he wanted me to pick up dinner and bring it home, or if he was out. Because sometimes he'll go to this local bar and have dinner and drinks, and then I will meet up with him and then we'll go home. So he had been there for about an hour or so, and he was talking to the bartender who we both know. And he was like, come on down, have a drink, we'll get some food to go and go home. Perfect, cool. We do this all the time. So I went down to this bar, and I had only been there for literally a half an hour. I walk in, I sit down, I'm looking at the menu, I have about a half a drink, and I notice a woman across the bar who was very belligerent already. She had been there for a few hours, had been pretty much like yelling and being confrontational with the people around that side of the bar on the other side. She was talking to the couple and like causing drama with the couple next to them and the couple on the other side of them. So if she's over here, she was talking to this couple on this side and then them here. So that whole line of kind of bar top had been harassed by this woman. She apparently was sitting with her brother. I found this out later, and maybe a friend, I think. And I go in and I'm talking to my boyfriend. We're deciding what we want to eat. I'm about a beer in and they bring me another one. I'm kind of just sitting there and we're deciding what we want to eat, kind of talking about the World Series because it was the first game on Tuesday. And this woman puts her eyes on me. I had not engaged with her, I had not looked at her, I had not done anything to her. I didn't even realize, other than her being loud, to kind of just ignore it, because that's what I do. I just kind of like don't feed into it because you're trying to reason with someone who is obviously inebriated and cannot keep her faculties in check and is extremely loud. So I want nothing to do with that because I don't need that kind of drama in my life. Unfortunately, I got it anyway. She proceeds to look at me and look at my boyfriend and starts kind of yelling in our direction. So I'm at first not realizing she's talking to me. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, there's nobody on my side because I'm sitting right next to him and my boyfriend's here. There's no one on this side at all. And there's only one other person on his side who's a gentleman who was by himself, I think, and was eating dinner. I'm sitting here and I hear, "Is that your fat girlfriend?" talking to my boyfriend. Is that your fat girlfriend? She said it about 6 times. And my boyfriend looks over and says, what? She goes, what team are you rooting for? He goes, we don't care about the game. And she proceeds to give him the finger and say, F you. Here we go. This is what I'm thinking to myself is, oh God, here we go. My boyfriend is not one to sit back and deal with someone yelling at them like that, especially if it's profanities. He didn't say anything rude other than you need to shut your mouth, you need to be quiet, you need to sit down, kind of thing. He didn't really say anything vulgar to her about her appearance, but she just kept going with the fat, shut your fat mouth, why are you a fat ass, kind of like that kind of stuff towards us. And he obviously is, because these were bar tops and the chairs are actually really tall, he's standing up now in his chair holding on to the bar, yelling at her from across the bar. So I can even feel my anxiety is going right now. I'm sorry, you guys. Not only is my anxiety up to here like it is right now because I'm like reliving it, my adrenaline is going, and as you can see, I start to shake. I get to the point where I can't take it anymore. So the bartender that we had been, working with, getting drinks from, ordering food, things like that, steps in. He tells both of them to stop and to sit down. I'm telling Cameron to calm down and stop because the entire bar is at this point looking at us and, all eyes are on us. They finally break it up. The bartender is trying to calm my boyfriend down because they know each other from about 10 years. I mean, they know each other really well. So he's trying to calm him down. And Cameron keeps saying, it's not okay that she called her fat. It's not okay. It's not okay. Which I agree, it isn't okay. It's not for anybody to judge how I look. No matter if I initiated the conversation or not, it's not okay. But because he was trying to get calmed down, he kept repeating it, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't take it. I can't take it anymore, because not only him and this bartender talking, I can still hear the girl on the other side of the bar talking to her brother, calling me the C word. A fat C word. I was done. I had had enough. I couldn't take it anymore. My anxiety was through the roof. My adrenaline was going, and one of two things happen when I get to this point. I'm either going to black out and end up in jail because I cannot control myself and I will go crazy, like buck wild on this girl and punch her. I don't care. Or I will need to walk away and have an anxiety attack, essentially, and calm myself down. So I picked to just get up and walk away. I did not tell my boyfriend anything because he had his car, I had my car. I did not say a word. I got up and I left, and that was it. I did not pay my tab, did not do anything. When I get home, I have a panic attack, which is essentially me trying to calm myself down, breathe through it, sit there, kind of refocus my energy so that I can bring down my blood pressure. And I'm waiting for him to come home because we had to order food before this happened. Like about 2 seconds before she started yelling at me, we were ordering food. So he was waiting for the food to come back out to pay the check to come home. So when he got home, he told me that they wanted to pay our entire check, meaning her brother, not her. And kind of, pay for drinks and things like that, which is kind of not anything that I don't want anything from these people. I want nothing from these people because if you have the audacity to go there when you don't even know who I am and you're only going after me because you do not like the way that I look, I have a problem with that. No matter how much food or drinks or whatever you're going to be sending over to us, I don't want it. I'm done. That's why I left, because I couldn't handle it. Not only did he tell me that they were trying to buy us drinks and stuff after I had left, the bartender there had told us that she was there 3 or 4 nights ago doing the exact same thing, and they allowed her back in. At this point, I will not return to that establishment, even though I know the owners, even though I know the bartenders, even though I know that I am not putting myself in that situation being harassed by another patron because of the way that I look. I refuse to do it. I'm never going back there. I refuse to even listen to any kind of rationale that they're going to give me or any kind of like discount or anything. I'm done. And because of that, they are losing, you know, not only friends because we know everybody, but they're losing money. And if they allow that to keep on going, they're not going to be lasting a whole lot longer, unfortunately. And that's just the trueness of that story. Also, kind of the moral of the story is, yes, words hurt, no matter how old you are. You can be 15 and in junior high or high school. You can be, you know, 20, 25, or 30, or 35. This woman had to be only like 45 years old, and she's going after me. I'm 32. I'm a grown flippin' adult, and she's, no matter being belligerent or sober, rational or irrational, the words that come out of your mouth affect people, period. Bullying is not okay, no matter if you're drunk or sober. And that's it. The thing is, words hurt. They affect you. Yes, they hurt, you feel them, but don't let them define you. That is the moral of this. Do not let somebody who you know or you don't know define who you are. I'm not going to. Yes, it hurt. Yes, I was upset about it, but I'm not going to let her get under my skin or get in my head to the point where I'm going to let her define every part of my life. She doesn't deserve that. She's not going to be living rent-free up here. I won't allow it because I'm stronger than that. I might not be a size 2. I'm okay with that too. Not everyone is perfect. You need to love yourself for who you are. And this is very therapeutic for me because I'm putting out these thoughts into the world for my subscribers who might have been through the same thing or might be on the other end, might be the person doing it to someone else. All I have to say about this is think before you speak. Think before you make a knee-jerk reaction, and think about the words that you're saying. You don't know anybody else's story. You don't know what anybody else has been through. And you don't know what your words can do to other people. But don't let them hurt you. Don't let them get up here and live rent-free right here, because all you're going to be doing is stewing on it forever. You have to let it go and you have to move on. If you want from there to get healthy and go jogging and all of that, great. Thanks for the vote of confidence. But don't let it make you who you are, because everyone's beautiful in their own way. Bye, guys.